Hi Suresh, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
I'm good, how are you?
Quickly, am I audible to you?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, okay. Can you please quickly give me a walkthrough of your profile and your experience?
Okay, thank you for having me. My name is and I have started my career in routine as an analyst with Limited, and it's in Pune. Uh, there I worked with multiple domain like HR, banking, insurance, sales, and then I worked there till 2000 where I was handling medical domain. It's an IT and product based company, and the my client was into medical domain called into manufacturing of medical equipment, specifically into neuro and sensory. So we were building an analytical solution that give insight about the product, like licensing of the software, risk analysis, security application. Like for that, we were using import mode as a source, and source was SQL, Jira, and GitHub. For the KPI, we were showing high, low, and medium performance for Black Duck and Coverity. So Black Duck and Coverity was the two software where whatever their project was or their equipment was, so they were measuring their performance on the low, high, medium basis. So all the data was coming there, so that performance or that data I have to show into my dashboard according to the project.
Okay, before that, Archana Suresh here. So can you just elaborate about different administration activities of Power BI that you have done so far in your projects?
administration
What
act
kind of admin activities that you are taking? Yeah.
Administration activity, you can say I have provide the access according to the user level, and provide the shared the link, and I have handled the Power BI services, uh, and provide a role as well into the workspace, and manage a created workspace
Mm-hmm.
there into the Power BI services, and schedule refresh I have done. So these things I have done, and share the link with the client for the data access or the dashboard access.
So
These
only access part you are taking care, or something else also, like kind of fine tuning or performance improvement? Those activities are you involved in that?
Yeah, as per the requirement I have done these activity like data integration, data volume handling. Like if the data is higher, much higher side, so we try to reduce the data size, and data integration part, like from disparate source, that different format and structure, and security implementation, like we can reverse the security measure to ensure data confidentiality, or we have once I had to make the one report from the Power BI services. So I have connected the data from the direct query mode from the Git, that was from the Power BI services for the data visualization, and providing the access change
Okay.
if
What is the what?
yes.
Yeah, please.
Sorry, your
Hello,
voice is,
Arjun, am I audible?
no, your voice was breaking.
Is it fine now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So when we talk about the data query, sorry, this import mode and direct query. So basically, what are the challenges when we take data in direct query mode in Power BI?
And if we take the direct query mode, like mostly I have used the SQL server, so you can't see the data there. You just have to you can't see the modeling. You if your data should will be there into the Power BI desktop, you just create the visualization there. So that is the main challenge into the direct query mode. Like if you have the huge
Mm-hmm.
data set, if you
Okay.
have the huge data set more than 10 GB, then only you can use a direct query mode. Otherwise import mode is best, where you can utilize it.
Okay, but what if I say I have 150 million rows in my table? Which mode would you prefer? Would you prefer import mode or direct query mode?
If you have and all the data will be usable for us like in future, and we can't do any
Yeah.
modification in that.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll use the then if the data size is huge, so we'll use the direct query mode, like we can
Okay. Okay. So when we talk about latency in, this the when we do any selections on Power BI report, we see some sort of latency, right? Sometimes the visual appears after 10 to 11 seconds, and that's not an appropriate time. Any stakeholder would like to wait for that much, duration. So if you're facing such kind of issues, what would be the roadmap of, optimizing that dashboard in order to reduce the time taken for a refresh of the visuals, and maybe you can say reducing the size of the Power BI report. Like how would you take up this activity and plan for it? What would be the list of activities that you would want to execute, or maybe do some sort of processing on the data set in order to improve the performance?
First, I'll see the data visualization. I'll check the data visual optimization check. So, which visual is taking so much time to load? So, it has happened with my last project only. So, what we'll do if the data if the visual is taking so much of time to load, so what we can do, if most of the time we are using and overlap so many visual which will be usable for further, like in future that will be utilization, maybe utilization will be there, or you just overlap so many visual there. So sometimes what happened is those visual create such kind of redundancy. So what we'll do, we'll create a performance visual optimization there, and we'll see which visual is taking so much of time. If some visual which is there is no data there, which is not usable, so we'll try to remove those visual which is just creating the space there. So we'll try to reduce those visual, and we'll see which visual is taking so much of time. So if we can use another visual, we can use another visual instead of that visual, and we'll try to avoid custom visual, because it most of the time it take a lot of time to load, and it take so much space there into the data refresh. So that we can do, like or into the column power query side, will like remove unnecessary column there. If the problem is into the visual, so we'll what we'll do, we'll try to remove unnecessary visual there which is not required in future, and currently it is not usable, so that will help.
Okay, so you talked about removing the visuals. Let's imagine on Canvas, like there's a dashboard that is only a single pager, and we have close to 70 to 80 visuals placed on that dashboard on that same page. Like how would you calculate which visual is taking time? Like just by seeing through naked eyes, or some tool or something is there in Power BI that you can use in order to calculate which visual is taking more than the desired time. Do you have any idea about it?
No, into Power BI desktop only you will go and check the visual optimization. You will go and show the performance optimization there. So you can check, like you can analyze optimization performance of visual into the performance optimizer. So it will show you every visual time, which visual is taking how much time to load. So
You're talking
and
about
it will
performance analyzer,
yeah,
right?
performance analysis. So
Right,
if you will
right.
click start recording, so it will start record the time there. So
Got it.
yeah.
Got it. So when we talk about on-premises data source, Archana, so if I'm creating a data flow, maybe creating a Power BI semantic model on the Power BI services, so what is the most necessary element when we talk about getting data from some on-premises, some different database, some different data source, which is not in our network?
So data source is like a data connectivity, data gateway you're talking about. Like you can install the data gateway
Yes,
there. There you can configure the data gateway into your on premises, and then you can
correct.
take the data. You will
Got it.
have
Okay.
the credentials there. Like the company, the owner will provide you the data gateway credential. You can log in from there
Got it.
and
Got
use
it.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Got it. How would you like? Have you done any tax optimization in your current or previous experience?
Yeah, Dex function I have used into like some query measure minimum these summarization function I have used into my uh,
So how do you optimize the DAX functions? Can you give any example to me?
Dex function is which formula you have applied according to that.
No, no, DAX optimization. I'm talking about the optimization.
So optimization if you are using like a for the Dex function only.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So for I'll use the measure instead of column. I'll not create a column or table, another table. If I can use that column there, and
Okay.
if into the power we can we can reduce the scope of function to all function, remove all filters from the data table, that we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
when we can avoid using expensive function like some dex functions such as all calculated or filter function there, like can be
Okay.
create the complications there.
Right. Let's imagine you have a scenario where you are creating a calculated column based on if else statement.
Mhm.
Right, and let's say you have more than 35 to 40 conditions on which your if statement is running, right? So in order to optimize this particular column, like which alternative do you have for a better DAX performance?
And we don't want to use the if function. So
Mm-hmm.
so like we can perform feature selection technique to identify the most important features that have most significant impact on the technique like forward selection, backward element, or that way we can. And then we can do dimensionality reduction, like we can utilize dimensionality reduction technique principles such as component analysis, that we can do.
Okay, got it. Any idea about switch statements?
Yeah, switch statement is where you can put the parameter there, like if either this or that. Yeah, we can use a,
Mm-hmm.
switch statement there.
Okay, got it. So Archana, I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's imagine you are working with Amazon, and Amazon has this gift card with them, right? So you are asked to create a dashboard for the gift card vertical. So what would be the list of KPIs that you would like to, have on the dashboard, and why did you chose that KPI? Like, why do you think it is necessary for that dashboard?
Okay, we have Amazon gift card, and for that we can we
Yeah.
have to create like total total gift card sales, total
Hmm.
gift card sales. It will we will create a measure there, it will like benefit us, like it will provide overview of the overall performance of the gift card program. And
Hmm.
it is
Hmm.
to track the total revenue generated from the gift card sales, which is fundamental measure to provide a program success or contribution of Amazon. And
Okay. Next.
how much gift card we have sold, we have given, and which is pending. And the if it is a monthly wise, so how much gift card we have
Hmm.
given on
Hmm.
the last month, current month. That way we can
Okay.
average gift card month wise or year wise we can create.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it will show you how much gift card we are distributing, monthly wise or yearly wise, and what will be the profit comes with the gift card. That, and
Right.
we can create the trend chart there as well, like weekly wise, monthly wise. So how many gift card are circulating with the monthly wise or weekly wise, that we can
Okay.
create.
Okay. Do you know what are categorical variables in data?
Categorical
Like
variable,
how? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like we can define the data according to the categories,
Mm-hmm.
categories, like if the data is a man, a woman, that way, like if you have the data
Okay,
on the
got it,
gender
got it.
wise.
So, yeah, what is an ideal way of visualizing categorical data in Power BI or maybe in any business intelligence dashboard? Like which particular visual is the best one that is aligning with respect to visualization of categorical values?
Uh, so we can use the pie chart. Like if you have to a very minimum 4 or 5 categories there, you can use the pie chart there, or
Okay,
we can show the stack bar chart. According to that, we can use the categorical data. We can divide
got it.
according
Okay.
to that.
Uh, Sorry. Uh, so just want to know, let's imagine maybe Suresh comes up to you and he says, "Ki Archana, we have these three tasks, and all these three are important, right? So how would you prioritize working on those three tasks, provided that you have to complete it by today only, all three? Like, what would be your measuring criteria on which task should be prioritized as P1, then P2, then P3?
Like I'll check the time management. I'll break down the time management, which will take less time. I'll complete it first, because at least the both two tasks at least get completed, and then the which take lots of time, that task I'll do the later part. So
Okay.
that way I can break down, and I'll allocate the time. So this if the all the tasks will taking so much of time, so I'll take allocate the time. So this task, three tasks I do have, so I'll have to these many tasks I have to complete by this time only. So I'll have to the time block. I have to doing the time blocking and time allocating there. So according to that, I have to finish the timing to the task.
Okay. Got it. What's your hobby? What do you like to do?
I love to travel.
Travel. Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine that you where do you put up in Pune?
Pune. Pune.
Okay. So imagine there's there are lots of people who are travelers and they buy rucksacks from the stores, maybe from Decathlon, maybe some other other store. So I just want to know how many rucksacks are being sold on a daily basis in Pune. Like there, and just to give you a context, there is no right or wrong answer. I'm just looking for your approach. How would you take this problem?
So, for the how many rucksack has been sold into the daily basis. So for that, we can do the data collection. Like we can collect the data from the stores or sources where the product being sold.
No, there is no data, Archana. Imagine you have no data, no Power BI, no Excel, no database, nothing.
Mhm.
So I'm just talking about how do you approach to solve this problem if I say that you are asked to calculate the total number of rucksacks that are being sold in Pune. So what would be your approach? So I can give you a hint. You can do some sort of segmentation based on the population, based on the you can say age group, and then further drill it down to the bottom.
Yeah, for that, see, I will not have any data from maybe from your side or from any other side. If you go to Amazon, you will see the rucksack data, like which bestseller thing or the data
You
how
can
many. Like I have to.
you can imagine any arbitrary number for the time being. For
Mhm.
now.
So I'll these many employee are working into, like if these many employee are working into the IT sector, these are the students. So
Hmm.
how
Hmm.
many? So professionally, I'll divide the data. So
Hmm.
if most of the people are working from home, so
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
and the rough traveler, so and the bachelor count and the merit counts. If the IT people are working, if we have the like
Hmm. Hmm.
professional count also. So most of the people are married, some are unmarried. So most of the time unmarried travel very lightly. Like they will have the
Okay.
way light set of clothes. They will then they will buy the rucksack and all, and they who's
Hmm.
and including who's having the hobbies into the tracking and all if they are going to the uh, like mountain area and the beaches, so that part is important. If the going to the mountain area, they would need to require into the like big size of the bag and the small size of the
Hmm.
bag.
Hmm. Hmm.
That according to that we have to put the segment there.
Okay, got it. uh,
So age wise also we have to segregate the data. Like most of the time what happened
got
is
it.
21 to like mostly 22 to 28 age criteria travel age
Hmm. Hmm.
criteria
Hmm.
travel this way. So that way we have to segregate the data.
Okay, no issues. So just to give you, heads up. So basically, right now in the, we are, majorly focusing upon the proactive candidate,
Hmm.
right? So when we talk about proactiveness, we talk about taking up the ownership, taking the accountability, and accepting the mistakes, right? Building, being a good team member, being a good, solo employee, or these things. So in your previous experience, can you let me know, maybe in your current organization, maybe the previous organization, any situation where you portrayed these personalities or maybe these characteristics in order to support the organization and work towards a positive direction with respect to the organizational goals and personal goals, all both.
Yeah, most of the like in my previous project only, what happened is the I wasn't given the complete handover for the project.
Mm-hmm.
So and I was asked, I was like it's particular about the git access. I had to handle the git, I had to make the git project there. My client has asked me to data I want from the git data, so you have to connect through that. So what previously was there, like they have given the data access to uh, the ex employee, but
Mm-hmm.
I was running behind him. I don't have all the access. Can you please provide me all the access there? And so, but they were saying, Arshna, you do have all the access. You why you are not able to connect to all the? I
Mm-hmm.
was not able to connect to the data. The credential wasn't there. I wasn't able to connect to the there. So what I have done is I have done all the R&D there, and why
Okay.
I'm not able to access the data. Like it's getting quite so much of time. It took me 15 days why I'm not able to come, because all the according to them all the access they have given to me. And and here I
Mm-hmm.
was not, my manager was able to figure it out why I'm not able to connect the data. My client was scolding me, I have to present this data on this particular date, you have to connect through, why you're not able to do it that way. So what I did, I figured it out why like that was the problem was that they haven't given me the admin access from there into the git.
Okay.
So that was the problem there from their side, and they were not ready to get it. So
Okay.
you most of the time you have to figure it out. You have to do your own R&D. What is the problem there, how to resolve this problem.
Right.
Like everyone cannot help you out for each and everything, so you
Right.
only have to figure it out. You have to ask with the people, this is a problem, what we can do. So that way you have to do
Right. Right.
all the things any which ways. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So
Suresh, I think I'm good on my part.
Okay, thank you,
Suresh, I'm
Jamal.
audible? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Archana.
Okay, just can you just tell me in terms of, I think, so far you guys discussed about the development part. Yeah, that is clear. So in terms of admin activities, other than security, assigning the roles to users, maybe creating a users, these are all okay. But other than that, have you done any admin activities?
like workspace into the Power BI services admin activity.
Yeah,
Also
any of admin activities you can you discuss.
Like publishing the data into the Power BI services dashboard, where they all can see, the stakeholder can see the dashboard there into the Power BI services, publishing the report there, and providing the workspace role, sharing the link for the access, or creating the new workspace, or
Mm-hmm.
scheduling the refresh. These things I have done. And managing the
Okay.
alert, like if your refresh is getting failed, so the mail will come up to your mail ID or your manager as well, like this data refresh is getting failed. So if the data refresh get failed, so you will get the alert from through the mail. So these things I have done into the Power BI services.
Okay. So have you created any group, security groups and all inside Microsoft platform?
Yeah, row level secure. I haven't created the group, but row level security I have provided, where you can segregate the data according to the user level, according to the user level, like your HR. I have created into the my when I have handled the HR data, where attrition was there, attrition data was there. So I had to segregate the data according to the user wise, like operation team, HR team, and the HR team into the attrition team and the recruitment team. According to that, I have provided the role level security there.
Mhm. Okay, so I'll give you one scenario. I can give a solution how this can be resolved. See, like we have a requirement from one specific department. Okay, saying that they wanted to have sales data. Yeah, that sales data having various KPIs like units of sold, sale value, or margin, so many other KPIs also there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all these KPIs are coming from one source, and then you have that direct connectivity, and you prepared a data set.
Hmm.
Uh, but the visualization of a business requirement is going to be different. Yeah, maybe that data set or the same data set can be used by different people, different divisions of that same department.
Mm-hmm.
So in such cases, you need to prepare visualizations, different visualizations for each division. Yeah. So are you maintaining a single data set over there in the Power BI, or you are going to create multiple data sets for each dashboard?
It's depend on the requirement, and what I'll do, I'll try to use the single visualization, and use this switch mode or the slicer thing, where I'll use the slicer, where you can switch the department according to the user requirement, where according to that you can put the slicer or the switch parameter there, where you can create the visualization there. You can if you have the single data set, so you that will be easy to handle, that will be the easy to handle.
But I think if we have multiple divisions and each division is having their own requirement of visualizations.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you handle that? The even the dashboard visualization also, it is not a single frame. Like if you divide that screen into four screens, four charts, uh, that is for one specific division. But if you go to some other division, they might ask for not the four sections of the dashboard, but let us make it into eight or six.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot control that by slicer, right? Like based on this guy, I think I'll just change this relation. But how do you handle that?
So we'll provide see according to the requirement, what we'll do, the we will provide the row level security there. We'll create the visualization, what is their requirement is, then we'll restrict the data according to the different like uh,
I think you did not get my point. I
like
understand that you do that
then
row level security,
then we can
but
flexible
my visualization, the framework, the frame that you are preparing, to the dashboard frame that you're preparing, that varies into multiple divisions. Each division wanted to have different, presentation. But data set in the backend is one. Yeah. So in such cases, how do you actually manage, to make that? Are you making separate data sets for each division, or you're going to maintain only one data set? What is your,
No,
approach for this?
I'll use a one data set only. Like then
Okay.
we'll then we can create the flexible dashboard architect. Like we can design the dashboard according to the user requirement. Like single data. If we'll use a single data source approach, so it will be easy for us for the further changes. So and for we can utilize one central data set for the passport statement across all the stations. Like we can implement dynamic filtering there, like pre-parameterization there for the table, or enable user to select their action according to that. And we can we can maintain consistency if the data definition, if calculation across the station, or ensure accurate analysis is there. So we, according to requirement, we can filter the data, like
Okay, but the same scenario, okay, let us assume that you are going to keep one data set only and multiple dashboards as a presentation. That is fine. But what if the data size is increasing day by day for the data set, and then performance is also impacting on that? How do you get this handle? Do you understand what my
I
query is? Yeah.
if the data size increasing day by day, so
Mhm.
so it's okay. So that then we have already filtered it out. We have applied all the formulas and queries there, so which is modified according to our changes. Like we can implement data comparison optimization there. We can we can implement data optimization strategy there. So removing unnecessary column or table, a table or a summarization which is not required.
What is normally that data optimization or performance optimization methodologies that you followed so far in your career?
Like I remove unnecessary table or unnecessary column there, and a duplicate table and columns there from the data set. uh, and append and merging, I have done that, these things.
Mhm. Okay. Do you know that let us say that company is having different workspaces, and then each workspace is assigned to a different capacity. So there is something called premium capacity also. So how this premium capacity is assigned? Maybe there is one workspace. How do you actually assign that? Can you just tell me, like, what is the process for it?
Access
Okay.
the workspace capacity, like you can access the current uses of performance of workspace to determine capacity constraint there. So
Okay.
according to the data, if it is into the pro capacity up to the 10 GB data you can access. If the data size is more than that, so then you can
Mhm.
apply the premium capacity there. So
Okay.
it's not about the for the user access. I don't think you need to require the premium per capacity. Like a premium per capacity based on the capacity model, like suitable for the larger user data. Like if the you have the 10,000 users there, so
Mhm.
that is quite expensive. Like most of the company don't buy it.
Okay.
Like it's you have to plan or estimate the data, like whether it will be required or not in future, what will be the costing will be there.
Mhm.
So that so premium per capacity I haven't used it, but yeah, it is not cost effective.
Okay. All right. And let us say now business is coming back and asking you to give the usage metrics of dashboards. What dashboard used by what user, how many times it is used. If such kind of requirement comes, like how do you get this report out of it? Do you understand what I'm asking?
Like you which yeah, user interface, you can collaborate with the stakeholder, like define the requirement, include like if like you are asking me to how I going to take the requirement with the client.
No.
Hmm.
What I'm asking is, now I am asking you to give me that you have 10 dashboards are there.
Hmm.
So these 10 dashboards, how frequently our users are using it? Okay, what is the frequency of usage? How many times that hit is coming to that dashboard? What dashboards are actually less used or not used at all? I wanted to filter it out and then take out all those unnecessarily keeping that spacing right inside our capacity. So I wanted to remove those unused dashboards. I wanted to understand that what is the usage of the basically like the metadata, statistical data. So how do you get that?
So for that, see, we need to understand the requirement first. What will be the requirement from there? So we can access the activity log, and do the like if you want to show your data onto the weekly wise and the monthly wise. So according to that, we have to show the trend chart there. So trend will always show you the weekly wise, monthly wise data, that will be the usable. And category wise data, if you want to show them, so the visualization of bar chart or the pie chart, you will show them, so this will be usable for
That's
that,
fine. I
like the
know visualization is fine. Visualization is absolutely fine.
yeah.
My question is where you are going to take this data, where you actually get this data so that you can prepare a separate report or dashboard.
So we need to create the sample data there according to their requirement.
Sample data you are going to create it.
Yeah, like a sample data we can take, like not for them, for us to like what will the visualization we are going to make.
Hmm. Okay. All right. That's all from my end. Do you have any questions?
Okay, so the main role is into the Power BI admin part.
Well, I think this is not admin. I can say that it is a hybrid mode where we require a person who can take care of admin activities and also the development activities together. Yeah.
Understood.
So that's where we are looking for a senior person or experienced person, wherein you can actually take care of that admin activities, monitoring the system, making sure that alerts are configured, keep monitoring the system of the performance in set up that thresholds in the system. Along with that, if you don't have any any if you find some buffer time, of course developments are always there. Take up that development, and Kunal is leading that. So that's where actually we are looking the persons. Yeah, are you willing to work on that role?
Yeah, I have gone through the GD, so yeah, it is good.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we will. I think we'll come back on the feedback. Okay.
Sure.
Our HR will get in touch with you.
Sure, thank you so much for the
All right.
interview.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you.